before I even start this video, there's a problem for me already with this car, and it's the fact that the start button sits right behind the windscreen wiper knob thing. So I've moved this steering wheel to where I want it to be, but now I have to go up and over. Am I just being a bit picky? Probably. Well, so what? I'm allowed to be. So how many of you remember the very first Fast and Furious? Do you remember it? Ah! No. Shh. And if you remember that, how many of you remember the very, very iconic... It's been a good start to this video. Who remembers the iconic green coupe? Well, I'm in that car. No, I'm not. But I am in what is the same name of that car, which is a Mitsubishi Eclipse. Okay, but I'm actually in the Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross, which has just arrived in South Africa. They're full of jokes today. Wait, they're coming. Oh, so much space. I mean, so much visibility with the sort of strange glass back thing. So Mitsubishi have done the very boring, bland SUV thing that everyone else is doing. Again, another joke. It's not bland. This is certainly not bland or boring, but you know, everybody wants a family SUV. Competitors like Hyundai Tucson, Kia Sportage, basically all the cars I've been driving. Family cars for days at the moment. But this is certainly one of the more striking of them. It's very sharp, very sort of angular. I quite like the look of it, actually. What Mitsubishi have said is, with this car, they want to offer people a very stylish SUV that has off-road capability and offers a lot of space at a price that is affordable. Basically, like every other manufacturer is trying to do. I feel like they're all trying to do the same thing and they all think that they're doing something different. But anyway, in fact, so if you go into Car Magazine, they listed March 2019's top 10 selling cars of the month. And the 10th place position goes to a car that's just arrived in South Africa, that basically their PR speak and whatever is exactly the same as this, in the sense of like off-road capability, spacious, you know, all that kind of jazz. Go have a look at it. Go to carmag.co.za. You'll see what I'm talking about. Guys, are you ready for this? You don't own me. I'm not just one of your many toys. You don't own me. Don't say I can't go with other boys. So the interior, I think it looks pretty good. There's some hard plastics around, but that doesn't bother me at all, really. It's quite mod in here. But what it is certainly spacious. And especially in the back there, I don't know, yeah, I mean, I'm sitting behind myself, wow, loads of space. But even sitting behind this taller person is really not bad at all. The only problem is the boot. It's got a full-sized spare in it, so it makes it quite limited. And I don't know if I would opt rather for the Mari biscuit and then so that I can have luggage space. I think so. It's a bit annoying. I hate a small boot. And a family car. But I get it, like the safety, full-size, torn. So you've got only 2 models to choose from. Both have the same engine and transmission compatibility. Same engine, same. So a 2-litre naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine mated to a CVT transmission. I do that because, so it is 110 kilowatts of power and 198 newton meters of torque. Now, off the bat, do you see it? So look, it's got some power to it, but CVT, this, you have to work it. If you put your foot flat, you sort of don't get where you want to go. You sort of have, you've got paddle shifts, but yeah. So I think if you're after performance, this isn't the car for you. It's not about that. And if you really want to, I would wait for the 1.5 litre turbo, which they say will come, but I'm not 100% sure yet. And if it does, it might only be sort of next year. So you might not want to wait that long. You just have to pump this throttle, hey? And get the CVT working for you. You've got the 4x2 derivative and 4x4. So the 4x2 claims fuel consumption at 7.9 litres per 100 k's. The 4x4 is at 8.1 litres per 100 k's. I'm not going to tell you what my fuel consumption is. I don't know what's happening with me at the moment, especially with the fuel price that has hit skyrocketing heights as of this week. And I'm sitting at like, well, over 10 litres per 100 k's and the 4x2. But I know that in, like on the long road and stuff, I've managed to get it down to about 7.9. So that is good. That's what you want. Well, kind of less if you could. I don't tell you what to do. I don't tell you what to do. So just let me be myself. That's all I can ask of you, YouTube commenters. Both these trim levels, or both the 4x4, 4x2 vibes, whatever, get a host of specifications, standard specifications. So you've got the 7-inch touchscreen. I've actually just recognized it from, I think the Datsun Go, but also from the Triton. You've got cruise control. You've got both front and rear park sensors with rear camera, satellite navigation, dual zone climate control, heated seats. I mean, the list is quite endless. And then you've got this head-up display, which you can then move up and down. You can adjust it, because I often sit and I can't see what it is because I'm too short or whatever, but now I can adjust it. So it's right in front of me. I wouldn't bother with the 4x4 version, if I'm very honest. I think 4x2 is fine. It's more than capable. This car's got 180 millimeter ground clearance, so it's not like you can be up Kilimanjaro and shit. So you might as well just spend your money on the 4x2. And speaking of like off-roading, the tires, so go at Nicolo is the technical editor of Car Magazine, and he's done a story on 4x4 tires and how they're manufactured. Quite an interesting story if you go into the tech section of Car Mag. It's just interesting to know like what goes into it, you know. We've never thought about it before. So you can get this car for just under 400,000 Rand. The 4x4 version is just under 450,000 Rand. So look, it's cheaper than the likes of the CX-5, etc. And being Mitsubishi, it is really, really good value for money. The only thing is it might feel a little bit less spacious than some of its competitors, because it's smaller than what it says is its direct competitors. But it's just something different. I think it looks fantastic. Like I say, so much spec. So it's something to consider. Also, you can tell people you drive Mitsubishi Eclipse and let them think it's the coupe from Fast and Furious. Be a joker like me. And I love to be young, I'm free. Keep singing that.